Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this live stream for the 2024 edition of the Lockett League. And we're back with our annual dose of Frontier unofficial Rocket League action. My name's Bollard, or Bradley, and I'm joined here by Peter as my co-commentator once again. Hi, Peter. How you doing?
Hello. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, really good. Always excited to see some Rocket League action. Who would have guessed that both of us would be here 1 year later to commentate another final?
Who would have known? It's my favourite place to be, really. Always in the finals, me. Always in the finals.
Yeah, you could have been watching EU RLCS this evening, but obviously you'd much rather be here watching the Lockett League. I mean, who wouldn't want to do that?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, at least we've got an official broadcast here.
We are that much ahead of Psyonix and Blast. Really, they should hire us. I don't know. That may be just my opinion. But yeah, we've got the players ready to go, so we should probably run through the bracket and see how we got here before we jump into the game. Hopefully on stream everyone can see the graphics. One thing we have made as an improvement from last year, we learned our lesson. We have team names this year, which is probably the most exciting thing. Peter, I am immensely upset, and by that I mean not upset at all, that I will not be saying your team name. Do you want to tell everyone what your team was called?
Our team was a sort of amalgamation of some of the other team names. It was Zero Time, Team Bump United, BG. We just had a few different names that we couldn't decide on, so we thought,
Just
why
went with
not
all of
mash
them.
them all together?
Yeah.
Zero Time to represent that none of us are winners. We've all played in pretty much all the tournaments at this point and never won any of them. Team Bump is fairly self-explanatory. BG also just means bad game because we're toxic.
just means bad game, just toxic from the off. Yeah, but the final, however, is going to be between two teams that did not come first and second in the group, interestingly. So your team, once again, topped the group. We don't want to talk about it. My team, once again, bottomed the group. Also don't want to talk about it. But yeah, these two teams kind of came in the middle of the pack, second and third, and kind of both took different routes to the final. Do you want to talk a bit about the kind of knockout stage and how that worked?
So we switched up the format a little bit this year. Let me just bring up the bracket on my side. Yeah, because I think it was because we only had the 4 teams, so we thought we'd make things a little bit more interesting. Obviously, if we went straight into semis, there's only the 4 teams. So we went with an upper bracket and a lower bracket this time. Essentially gave the top 2 teams an extra life, so they would play each other in an upper bracket semi-final, I suppose. And then the winner goes straight to the final, and the loser drops down to play the winners of the third versus fourth. So that's how the bracket worked this year. It was nice. It was a nice little switch up of the format, I think.
Yeah, it was cool trying out the AFL format, even though we only have 4 teams. I think it worked quite well, and we got an interesting final here. We've got let's run through the players as well really quickly. So 3-time, as their name might suggest, contains the one and only Rich Newbold, or Powder Blue Kez, as we'll be referring to him from here on out. A lot of pressure on his shoulders. He's already the first ever 3-time winner, but can he equal Turbo and go for that 4-time here in the Lockett League?
I'm going to go ahead and say no. My entirely unbiased opinion, and really it's just because he'll never shut up about it. He absolutely can't make it, so no, that's my...
Yeah, and no one wants to hear that. And no one wants to hear Stuart rubbing it in either. Criminally vulgar. Definitely one to watch out on the field, though, as he is going to be a real shooting opportunity and danger point for 3-time.
Yeah, keep your eyes on the ceiling.
That is where he will usually be. And then on the other side of the field, we have a team that kind of almost dominated the group like your team did. And they've called themselves Decisively Mid. Why do you think that is?
I think it's because Mr. Johnny Pickering is always slumping. So
Pickering.
He's always
Pickering.
Yeah, he's always a bit down on himself, but we know Johnny doesn't really slump. We know he's going to show up today. He was always going to be... This team, I think, was always going to be the strongest from the off. That's kind of what we thought. So I'm not at all surprised to see them here.
Yeah, I mean, they might be mid, but there's no weak links. That's the important thing about this team.
Yeah,
really good cohesive unit. So it'll be a kind of a battle of peaking versus slumping. We'll see who kind of wins out in the end. Quick note on the format before we jump into the game. Do you want to start getting the lobby ready for the players, please, Peter?
Yes, sure thing.
Yeah, so this final is going to be a best of 7. We've got a custom Frontier unofficial branded map pool that we're going to be running through. So hopefully you get to see some maps that you remember from the good old days of RLCS and maybe have never seen in RLCS lobbies before. Hopefully we get to see as much of the map pool as possible, because ideally I want this to go to Game 7 and get as much action as we can from these two teams. But yeah, there's a lot on the line here for the winning team. You've got not only the fabled packet of hobnobs What this year I discovered that it used to be that every player on the winning team got a pack of hobnobs back when Powder Blue Cares used to run the tournament. So that is entirely my fault. I've been only giving out one pack of hobnobs, and I will continue to do so because I think it's funnier if the team of three has to share the pack of hobnobs. But other than the pack of hobnobs, the legendary pack of hobnobs, the players are also playing for trophies. We've got new branded trophies this year using the awesome Frontier Lockett League logo that you're seeing on screen at the moment as well. And I think the trophies look really cool. I haven't seen them in person yet. They're waiting in the office, but I'm excited to give those out to the winning team for sure.
1 second, lobby's just getting set up. I'm just setting up the team names.
Yeah, what's the first map for our map pool going to be? I think it's the old Steadfast that we played on throughout the entire group stage. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. So this is DFH Stadium, just the standard version. This is what all the games up to this point have been played on. Obviously, we'll switch things up a little bit as we go. But yeah, this is just a classic to get us started off.
Nice. Yeah, we'll just get ourselves into the lobby. And guys, if you thought the production values had gone through, I did not join that server. Are you able to create?
Wait,
see if I can join it. Hold on. Okay, I'm getting in. We're good. Maybe check that everyone is in. Looks like people are in. Is everybody here? We're missing at least two players.
Some people on both
right.
teams.
Let's type in chat and say we're going to remake because this game's about to start.
Oh.
Wait, are we all in?
Are we all in? No.
We're missing Jambu. Scrub this one and start again. Unless they want to play?
Who are we missing? No, we'll restart.
Yeah, scrub it again. Scrub it and start again.
Apologies if you can hear me typing. Okay, we'll give that another try.
Yeah, apologies for the technical issues. It wouldn't be a Rocket League broadcast without them. We're still waiting for some fun shenanigans to happen during the stream. So we've got quite a few people playing at home that don't usually play at home. There may be some mid-match interruptions. We'll see how that one goes. Hopefully we don't get any typical controller moments, though. Alright, looks like we're ready to recreate the lobby one more time.
I just want to hear from the other team. That's two from the same team. Oh, wait.
Okay, it looks like I'm getting pulled in for this one. So we'll make sure to get the stream switched on over once we're in game. I'm going to join the spectator channel. I'm going to hide the UI, and then we'll get on in game once the players are ready. And it looks good to me. All three players are in on both sides, so let's kick this one off. Look at our shiny overlay. We've never seen anything like it before. And here we go in game one of the grand finals of Lockett League 2024.
I'm excited to see how this one kicks off. I think we were rewatching the final from last year, and I was about to say it got off to a pretty slow start. Everyone looking a bit nervy, but this so far this game, everyone's firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, the players have had a lot of time to warm up. I mean, Criminally Vulgar has had the luxury of being off work all day today and grinding for 8 hours. So if anyone should be warm, it should be him. But yeah, I think all the players have had a decent amount of time to get warm, though, like you said. So I expect this to definitely be less wobbly than Game 1 was in the last year's tournament.
Not to mention, I think the overall skill level this year, and I said it last year, but it's exactly the same again this year. The levels are just skyrocketing this year. We've actually had a bit of a smurfing epidemic this year. I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, it could have been the case that when we seeded these teams, a few people, were humble when they mentioned their ranks, and then it turned out a few weeks later that after they played a couple of games, they all went up by an entire rank. And when I say an entire rank, I'm talking about people going from Diamond to Champ. I'm not talking about people going from Diamond 2 to Diamond 3. So we'll have to bear that in mind next year when it comes to seeding the teams, I think. I hope everyone is enjoying the definitely not AI-generated team logos that were submitted by the players. Got decisively mid in the blue and 3-time in the orange. I'm really looking forward to not having to just call them an orange and blue, though, as we go through these matches.
Yeah, although I don't know if I'll be able to stop myself. It's so ingrained in me from the last 2 years of casting the finals.
Traumatized. Well, so far it's been pretty dead heat. Criminally Vulgar there, nearly getting a nice infield pass, and is going to actually send it on over to Neon Cat, who's going to try and go for the double, but it doesn't quite pay off. Albuquerque with a small whiff in defense, maybe going to give Decisively Mid an opportunity, but instead a counter-attack from 3-time.
And here he is, Mr. Johnny Pickering himself. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Will he be peeking or will he be slumping? He's got an assist as Reto slams that one in for the 1-0 lead for Decisively Mid. So as we kind of said, I think most people would say that Decisively Mid are the favourites in this game. You know, we've got a team here that had only won one series throughout the entire group stage, but managed to make it through the whole lower bracket of the knockouts in 3-time. So they're definitely up against it to keep that winning run going.
Yeah, for sure. And as we said before, I think this is the team. Decisively Mid is the team with really no weak links. They're all super consistent, solid players. That's not to say that 3-time aren't, but the kind of like level of consistency. I think what we've kind of seen in past years, and certainly it's the same this year, is when you get three players of a very similar level, those are the teams that do really well. When you've got a bit of a disparity between the ones at the top of the team and the ones maybe a little bit lower down, you don't have quite the level of consistency, and the synergy's not usually quite there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's interesting to note, though, that 3-time are 3-time for a reason, you know. Rich is no slouch either, Pablo cares, and there's a reason he's won that many tournaments, you know.
Absolutely, yeah. He's a bit of a wild card. He always surprises me every year because this is the difference between Pablo Lucas and a lot of the other players, is that he doesn't really play. He only shows up and plays for the tournament, and yet he comes back each year and just manages to win it anyway. So,
oof,
yeah,
oof. Criminally Vulgar dropping the "you have time" as that one goes past Powder Blue Cares. We've cast a cursed him already. Straight in the back of the net. I'm glad to see the players getting good use out of the new quick chats. We might see "we got this" or whatever it is in the future.
I've still not made use of them myself. I was looking at all the quick chats that I have, and I just think I use them all too much. I don't know what I'm going to swap out.
Far too attached. I mean, I realised I had "my bad," "whoops," and "sorry," and I thought that was one too many. One too many apologies.
I think I might be the same, but I think I use them all in different situations, you know.
I decided "whoops" was the most sacrificable. Well, that's not a word.
It is now.
Yeah, we can make it one. Oh, good sighted goal here for 3-time. Will probably Kez be able to follow it up? He keeps the pressure on, keeps it down the other end, but it looks like both of his teammates have rotated quite far back. Criminally Vulgar now come charging in, and we'll see if the ball actually manages to get clear this time.
This is a time now we really need to see 3-time pushing up, just sending all 3 players on every play. They've really got nothing to lose at this point. 2 goals down, 30 seconds left. They need to just get some goals.
And this is exactly where Decisively Mid won it. In their opponent's corner with less than 30 seconds on the clock. Whiffs all over the shop at the moment. They just can't get out here 3-time, and they're running out of time.
Well, this is looking dangerous for 3-time here. Time is running out, and that is probably going to be it.
And it looks like Decisively Mid may get one. It's 3-time get one for the road, but it's only a consolation goal. It doesn't mean anything in this one, and it does mean that Decisively Mid had on 1-0 up in this best of 7 in the Lockett League 2024 Grand Final.
What a great first game. I think that was a lot more exciting than the first game last year, from what I remember. It was a lot less nervy, I think. Probably due to people having more time to warm up.
Yeah, a nice 2-0. Didn't go to OT, wasn't super cagey. Good lot of opportunities for Decisively Mid. Going to need to see a little bit more creativity from 3-time next time around. Only the 3 shots across the team there versus the 5 for Decisively Mid. Are you setting
Surprised
up
to
the next
see.
map? I just want to double
I
check.
am. Yes, I've got it. I've got
Just
it.
realised I readied up straight away, so I probably should have waited. Looks like
All
the teams
good.
are taking the time to talk it through. We see Criminally Vulgar not readying up, going to make use of the full 30 seconds that is allotted. There's no timeouts in Lockett League. That's something we should maybe investigate for next year.
I'm surprised to see Mighty Jambu not drop the easy there in the chat. You know, sub 100 points, got the dub. That's a classic drop an easy.
Almost a frontier rite of passage, I think, to drop an easy in that situation. We got some banter in the chat. Visa Debit says it was a surprising result given that Johnny spent all of last night playing Football Manager instead of practicing. I can attest to this. He was on Football Manager all of last night.
I can attest to this as well because I asked him if he wanted to play Rocket League and he said no.
Now that is dedication to not giving a fuck about Rocket League. I really like that.
Someone take a look at his hours past 2.
I mean, he is a former winner. Him and the Mighty Jambu have won together before as well. They won the 2v2 edition of Rocket League not but a few years ago.
Yeah, I think 2022 wasn't it, that one?
Yeah. Well, I hope Harry's happy because I am blind as a bat right now. I cannot see anything that's going on in this game. So, Harry, I'm going to need you to cast from the chat section. As that one does sink on in, I think. Trying to look through the glare. Looks like Neon Cat has got a lead here for 3-time. Decent little shot, that one. I'm going to say, from when we played against 3-time, Neon Cat is 3-time secret weapon. I definitely think everyone would agree that Stuart is the obvious offensive force in that team. But if Neon Cat's hitting the ball on target, you're in trouble because honestly, he sinks them from anywhere and everywhere.
Yeah.
Have to see now how decisively mid do react to going behind. First time in the series they've had to deal with it.
I think the biggest term for 3-time coming into the tournament was potentially going to be positional. There's a couple of them. I'm looking at Neon Cat and Criminally Vulgar, quite unconventional positionally, I would say. And I was wondering how they were whether they would synergize on that or whether they would end up clashing. And based on how the group stages went into how the bracket went and them making it this far, I'm wondering if at first there was a bit of clashing going on and then they kind of started to get to understand each other a little better and bounce off each other, and maybe actually now that's become a strength of theirs.
I think it's something that Paddle Cares has actually identified as an area that he can contribute to this team, because what I heard when they beat us in the lower bracket was that Criminally Vulgar's mic wasn't working, so it ended up being that Paddle Cares basically became the in-game lead and called all the shots and the positions of everyone on the field, and that I think has caused better kind of synergy between the playstyles of Neon Cat and Criminally Vulgar in this team.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, he's one of the players in the tournament with the most experience.
Good shot.
Most,
Good save.
Most wins by far. Perfect for the captain role, really.
Yeah, for sure. He does tend to naturally play that kind of third-man position as well, does Powder Blue Kez, which means he does have a better view of the field than perhaps his teammates at times.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, especially with Stuart living on the ceiling, down the opposite end of the pitch, someone's got to be back in defence. Oh, that's Criminally Vulgar. I need to remember to call him by there.
I'm just really struggling, I'm not going to lie. I keep saying them, and just every time I try and think of someone's name, I'm spending like a second too long to try to remember what to call them.
I keep having to glance at the stream to get the team names.
Yeah, no, I've done the same.
I don't have the
well.
overlay, that's what I'm missing. Yeah, I don't have the overlay in the spectator mode.
Oh, that's a great sighted goal, and that's just going to sink right on in. The Mighty Jambu tying this one up. Kind of came from nothing. It was a bit of a throwaway ball from Johnny Pickering. He actually whiffed the return, and no one from 3-time was ready for it. Johnny taking his time here, going to go up to the air. Can he get the air dribble? He's been practicing doubles. Unfortunately, he's not going to get the chance to do it. Just not enough boost that time round. We'll see Jambu follow up.
Slight bump on the way up there as well.
Oh, that always is the worst.
Slightly.
Yeah. Criminally Vulgar going to show him how it's done with the drop down. Doesn't quite waterfall down from Neon Cat, and the clearance is in there from Jambu. Goes for a demo as well. I like it. I don't mind it. Everyone just playing boomer ball at the moment. No one want to try and control it. They just want to get it in their opponent's far half as quickly as possible. Well, that's a great
Well, that's a nice
pass.
little pass mid. Great pass.
I'm not... I mean, can I say this? I probably shouldn't say this. I don't think he meant it, but it was incredible. The shot behind Retta as well was really tidy from Neon Cat. That's what I was kind of saying. He can be a real goal threat when he gets to sight a goal.
Yeah. I mean, as we were saying in last year's Lockett League, there are no accidents in the Lockett League Grand Final. That was 100% intentional from Paulo Lopez. He knew exactly where his teammate was there. He just slotted it to him.
Here he is, the man, the myth, the legend, off the ceiling. Johnny Pickering denying us a moment of glory. I'm going to have a word with him after this match. There is a sin-binnable offence for blocking ceiling shots, but nope, Paulo Lucas sinks one home. A little bit of a miscontrol from Reto, that's really unfortunate. Paulo Lucas there to pounce on the opportunity.
Yeah, very well read and punished. This one is looking like it's going to go the way of 3-time, but we have seen faster comebacks. 50 seconds, 2 goals, it's perfectly doable. And saying that,
nearly went straight in. I wonder if we'll see any nice 0-second goals in this series like we got last year. There was an absolute rocket that got sent on in Game 3, I think, last year. By the series up in the last moment. Here he goes again. Second attempt at it. To the ground. Ground pinch, I like it.
Oh, nice. Oh, pass mid, I like that.
Paulo Lucas has managed to control it, and we'll try and get it centre.
Looking awkward here.
This goes in now. There may just be time for a kickoff goal, but it looks like 3-time are going to deal with it, and they are going to tie this series up. One for the road, not this time. And that is GG called in game number 2, tying the series 1-1. And we get the next map set up.
Yep, just working on it now. That's a great start. I mean, as we said last year, I think this same again. It's great not to have a sweep, so for the teams to be trading this early on in the series is a sign that it's probably going to be an excellent series.
Yeah, for sure. It's always the worry that it's just going to be a boring 4-0, but there's some fight in the old dog yet. 3-time, definitely not going to go down without taking a map or two here. And Salty Shores, you know, turned out to be their lucky number. It's not just Harry's favourite map. Both teams putting a lot of sights on net that game. We had 5 from Decisively Mid and 8, in fact, from 3-time. A huge upgrade on the 2 that they hit in the first game. Decisively Mid being consistent, being mid, perhaps, as their name suggests. And we're going to get on into map number 2. Stuart needs to lose faster if he wants to get to dinner. That's what I think.
Yeah, we'll see who won that game for.
Oh, Muppet. Okie dokie. I forgot to update the score, so I'll pretend I've done that now. And you can start commentating this game. There we go. Like it was always meant to be. 1-1 between these two teams in game number 3 here on Urban Central, a mainstay of Lockett League Grand Finals now, making an appearance 2 years in a row.
That's right, we thought we'd switch things up a little bit this year, though. We went for the default variant last year, and this is the night variant, which I like, actually. I don't think we've found this very much.
No, we don't. I didn't even know there were 2 variants.
I think there's actually 3. There's a dawn one as well.
My goodness, what are Psionics up to these days? Rescanning maps left and right.
I'm surprised there's not a grass one. What's next?
We have an update from Visa Debit in the chat. Chris kicked his girlfriend out of the room and started winning. What does this tell us? Lockett League greater than relationships? Question mark. I absolutely agree. Nothing worse than a distraction when you're playing a ranked game. So get him out. Get him gone. That's what we like to see. First demo, I think, of the entire tournament.
Yeah, or at least first that's sort of contributed to the play. If there has been others, I've not even noticed them, but that was a valuable demo there. Taking really longer off the ball.
Johnny nearly got a shot on there, and it would have been probably a goal if he had managed to get to it first. Big booming clear from Johnny again. Cromley Volga's going to try and control, but I think Reto will be able to challenge him, and he successfully does. And another bump.
That's a nice bump.
That's going to
Should
be
a
open.
goal. Ooh, we did well to get back to that.
That was a very good recovery. I thought it was going to be a certain goal.
Controlled. We did catch a bump there. Both teams maybe being a little bit more aggressive on the bumps this game. Love to see it.
Nothing better than a demo within the first 30 seconds or so to remind everyone that physicality is an option, in fact.
That's right, there are no fouls. If you're new here.
Johnny might have got over that one, unfortunately, when he tried to catch it off the ceiling. Now Reto gets a chance to take it away. Round one, can he get it round a second? He does, gets it over Blue Kez.
Both of them a little bit low on boost there, unfortunately.
Reto should be able to clear up this long shot from Criminally Vulgar. We're halfway through this game, and it is 0-0 between Decisively Mid and 3-Time, much like it's tied 1-1 in the series. So pretty much a dead heat so far in this grand final.
Yeah, this whole series looking very close so far.
So am I right in thinking your team was the only team to beat Decisively Mid, or was it someone else? Was it this team that beat them?
It was us, yeah. It was in our last game against them. To be honest, I think the only reason why we were able to beat them is because it was the game with no stakes. So there was absolutely no pressure. We had already both come first or second. We were essentially just playing for which one of us came first. But we were always going to play each other in that upper semi-final.
Johnny just sending a long shot in on here. There were two defenders back, but I think they kind of got in each other's way, and Neon Cat stuffs it in his own net off of Paddle clearance. Maybe he should bring the girlfriend back in the room. I don't know. It's not working out for him again. Harry in the chat claiming that you clearly outplayed Decisively Mid in that series. Don't know how true that is.
That's probably true, but we probably outplayed them because there was no pressure. I think that was probably it. No nerves. They probably weren't trying.
Yeah, it's interesting to see. You know, we got a team here in 3-Time that only won one series across the entire group stage, and at the moment, keeping up handily with one of the best teams in the group.
They certainly are. This is what I'm saying. I think they've really improved as the tournament's gone on.
Mm-hmm. I would say when we played them, we took a map off them. They were the only team that we beat in the entire group stage. Actually took a map this year, very excited to announce. But when we played them again in the knockouts, it was a different story. They obliterated us 3-1 in a best of 5, and it wasn't particularly close. Sorry, was it 3-0? 3-0 in a best of 5, sorry.
Yeah.
And I think Criminally Vulgar are heating up right now. He's just got 2 in the space of 30 seconds.
He is, yeah. We're a very nicely placed, this one. Yeah, our game against them wasn't particularly close either in the lower semi-finals. I don't know if that's the correct naming for that. Is that right? I think they had strange names for them in RCS.
I went with... What did I go with? I can't remember. I think I just went upper final, lower round 1 consolidation match or whatever the hell it's called. I think it's called lower round 1 and then lower final.
Right. Yeah, so the lower final then?
Yeah.
It wasn't particularly close. Our problem was that we dropped the first 2 games quite quickly, and with it being a best of 5 at that point, we were then looking at the reverse sweep, which is unlikely in the best of cases. I think we did manage to take a game off them the third game, and then Alaros was handed to us in the fourth, unfortunately.
Yep. It's tough. That reverse sweep is always tricky. We've not had to see someone go for a reverse sweep in the final for a long time, actually.
Has that ever happened? Slotted another one here, Neon Cat.
I don't think anyone's completed a best of 7 reverse sweep in Lockett League, but I think people have been 4-0'd in the final of a Lockett League before. Yeah, that's another 3-1 lead here for 3-Time. It's looking sketchy for Decisively Mid.
It is. I am wondering if the nerves are kicking in a bit here. We've seen some pretty uncharacteristic whiffs and such. That's another one. That is going to be game.
Oh, Criminally Vulgar and Neon Cat have really heated up in this particular match of the series, banging them in left and right. Yeah, we're going to need some heads pulled together for decisively mid, get them screwed back on. Hopefully they can put up a better fight in game number 4 now that they're down 2-1 in this series.
Which you will update in the overlay
I
immediately.
will this time. I'm going to do it right now. The underdogs are ahead. There's no timeouts in Lockett League. And Crimley Volga drops a "that was fun" in the chat. I'm sure it was when you completely outscore your opponents. 8 shots to 4. 4 goals to 1. Made it look comfortable.
Maybe. All right, we are good to go. We're headed into Estadio Vida, which is which is a new map for Lockett League. I actually not sure it was in. I don't think it even existed last time we held the tournament, did it? I think it's one of the more recent ones, sometime in the last year.
Yeah, definitely a fun one for lunchtime games. Mix it up a bit this year with a different map. And here we are in on game number 4 between decisively mid, down 1-2 in this series against 3-time. Can they even it up? Or will 3-time take it to triple match point? I never know how match points are called. I'm just going to say some form of match point. And again, early demos.
Plural. Yeah, you have to specify.
Yeah, match points. Early demo doesn't lead to anything here, and we're going to see decisively mid get a breakaway with Reto on the wall here, trying to centre it for Johnny Pickering, and he does manage to get the ball in the end, but it's not going to cause any threat to 3-time.
It's well out by Jambu there. Can he follow it up? Bit of a whiff there from Volga, or a fake, sorry.
Shot on target for Johnny, and it wasn't a bad one. Save had to be made. Volga now on the sidewall, getting a booming clear for Johnny to control.
Control he does. That's a great flick. What can he do with it here in the corner? That's a great pass. Oh, Reto just not quite ready for it. Was a little bit on the powerful side. Johnny did very well to get it there.
Johnny looking good so far this game. Maybe we're going to see double tap Johnny. We'll have to wait and see.
I hope so. I need to see Johnny Pickering on the stream. Needs to happen.
Big bumps out coming from Criminally Volga. Dangerous clearance from Jambu. Does leave the net open. Yeah, and that's going to go sailing on in from Criminally Volga. Miscommunication as Johnny Pickering thought, I'll clear that one up, put it safely to the corner, but Jambu had other ideas, tried to play it across goal, and they've been punished.
Kickup's gone the way of Orange as well. 3-time rather. Bit of a
Ola?
team bump there. I can't tell what team some of these players are on because of the decals, the decal situation.
Oh, they should be using their team decals.
That keeps throwing me off.
Yes, Neon Cat is on the orange team on 3-time. Speaking of which, he's scoring for 3-time. He's absolutely dusted him. Hatsune Miku is on fire. Your defense is terrified. And the ball's in the back of your net.
I still have no idea what this thing is.
You still don't know what Hatsune Miku is?
No.
It's a shame no one's bought the Miku Miku goal anthem, because we'll be hearing it non-stop throughout this tournament if Neon Cat had that equipped. He can't stop scoring.
How will decisively mid respond here? Oof, I was about to say
By
not
conceding.
well. That's a great save. Great save. I thought that was the caster curse. I don't think we've actually had a caster curse so far.
I think we had one immediately in game 1.
Did we?
Yeah.
I forgot.
But what I will say is we've definitely not had anyone come back from 2-0 down. That's a great bump, creates the opportunity, Jillring slams it in, and the comeback is now on. Really like this bump from Jambu. Created a huge opening in the net. Johnny was not going to miss that. Game score now reflecting the series score. 1-2 between these two teams. Gonna need to
fairly standard kickoff there. Both teams sending a man, both teams having someone cheat. I don't think we've seen any sort of unconventional kickoffs, have we? We haven't seen the certainly haven't seen any fakes so far. I
Nope.
wonder if we'll see the bot kickoff come out.
If we do, my suspicion was it would be 3-time going for it. I don't think Decisively Mid have that in their repertoire of tools necessarily.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
Johnny taking an interesting angle there, and Criminally
Right down
Vulgar
there.
does punish it.
Good pass, and he's up. Oh, that's well out by Jambu.
Yeah, Jambi's really saved the neck of his team there because that was going in the back of the net if he didn't do something about it. Let's see if Reto can get the bump this time. Nope. Johnny's going to keep it in though.
We do here, not a huge amount of boost.
Pulls
Left
his
it for
teammate
Jambu.
off. Oh, he's been dunked and it's going to
No.
go in.
Things you hate to see.
Yeah. I think he didn't identify there quick enough that Reto didn't have the boost to be going for that, and by the time he went in, it was too late. 3-1, previously an insurmountable lead. Will that change in this game? That's a good little central ball. Criminally Vulgar's not going to be able to get up, and Jambu's...
Oh, what a shot.
And that's the speed we were looking for. Really well recognised that the opportunity was there. Lovely little central pass.
Great read.
Oh, that is a great angle.
How will 3-time respond here? Are they going to keep up the aggression, or are they just going to try and kill time
what's up, Johnny?
and be happy with their 1-goal lead?
Got denied. I think at this point, 3-time don't seem like the team to, you know, go full defense, full NRG, and just try and not score.
Yeah.
But also, I think they're happy enough with the 1-goal lead.
Oh, what an effort. It was like last game for that.
Well, less than 1 minute left on the clock here for Decisively Mid to find a goal and potentially equal up the series as well as this game.
His boost levels have been kind of low on Decisively Mid this game. I don't know if that's 3-time managing to starve them out.
That
What
is
a pass
super
that is.
open, and Johnny is not going to miss those. Wonderful pass, good little team play. All three of them involved. You see Reto gets pushed back here, Jambi back into the middle, Reto over again, and Johnny has an open net.
That's right. We've got Matt in chat. Is he allowed to score without coming from the ceiling first? No, he is not, and he's in the. He's referring to Criminally Vulgar here. It's his signature shot, as it were.
He has gone for it twice in one game already, so we can't say it's not for trying. Imagine if he wins it all with a ceiling shot. I don't think we'll ever hear the end of it. I think we'll all have to uninstall Rocket League and go play Fortnite.
That plus Rich being the 4-time, I don't think I can handle it.
Let's end it all. On the plus side, Hatsune Miku's also in Fortnite, so...
Good.
She kills people now.
I'm so glad.
Can tell, can hear it in your voice. You know, you thought maybe this year would be the year you'd win Lockett League. Maybe this was the one. But actually, no, stuff it. Hatsune Miku's in Fortnite. I don't need it. Lots of demos here, mostly from Stuart. Who would have guessed? Jambi's nearly repeating the mistake he made earlier.
Oh, it's a big whiff though. I mean, a fake.
Yeah, double fake. It's worked out well here for Decisively Mid. It's what they needed in this instance. Stuart could have made the
Sean,
forward
that would have
bump.
been-
Oh. If Criminally Vulgar had turned for the bump, then that was a freebie. Unlike
Just losing
him,
control there.
Jambi trying to get the dunk.
Reto not looking massive on boost again. Neither is Johnny.
He's missed the corner.
Missed that boost as well.
Hang on a minute.
Although
They're diming Jambu, but Jambu's too busy going for a demo to
He's
see
on
the
the-
open net.
he was on the hunt, I think.
I like that. Both of his
Red.
teammates zero boost in the same corner without ball possession. He's gone to demo the goalkeeper. The confidence is out of this world. Huge synergy between these three.
And it's worked out for them. And that, oh, he says.
I wish I had kept stats for the longest Lockett League overtime, because I know our longest lunchtime overtime was 9 minutes, but this one
Yeah.
has shades of... Never mind. God's sake! You had to say we hadn't cast a cursed it yet, and then
And it's
that's
rolling.
happening.
It's alright. Criminally Vulgar's got dinner to eat, so
Well, at this
wrap
rate,
up
he's
the
going to be eating dinner as a champion of Lockett League because he's 3-1 up in this series. Double or triple match point, depending on how you learn to count. Harry's calling me out for being obsessed with Hatsune Miku. Okay. And we're going into game 5, where it could all end. And I mean that literally. So if it looks like 3-timer winning, I'm taking the stream down.
Yeah.
If there's no video evidence, it didn't actually happen. Alright. Let's get into game number 5. I've updated the scores this time. And would you like to introduce the map?
Yeah, so this is Wasteland. This is we're into some RCS classics now. There's been some huge goals scored in the pro scene on this map. One that always comes to mind is Garrett G getting bumped to the ceiling, jumping, getting his flip back off the ceiling, jumping down, flipping into the net. That's a classic. That one went down in history. Let's see if anyone in here can replicate.
Yep. If anyone can, I believe in Stuart. Got that ceiling tech locked down. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if we get past this match, because we got another classic after this one. And a lot of series have ended on map number 6 in RLCS. A lot of famous grand finals. But for first, we'll have to see Decisively Mid survive Wasteland, and survive they will have to. They've been struggling the last couple of games.
Wasn't followed up fast enough.
You're right. Panda Blue Cares was there on hand to take advantage of that demo and slot it in near post. This is the moment. Yeah. Yeah, this is the moment you need a strong team leader. You need someone to rally behind. Maybe that man is Johnny. Maybe he can create some magic for Decisively Mid.
It's a great little pass mid. Maybe that's what they mean by Decisively Mid. That's where their passes go.
That must be it. Johnny with the assist. Johnny on the spot. Finding Retso. That's a really nice work team goal, that one.
Using the caster curse for good.
Yeah, the caster anti-curse this time. Retso, big booming clear downfield. Probably Cares awkward with that one, but Cromley Volga quickly into assist. Johnny going to center it for Jambu, but he's not quite quick enough, and Johnny's going to have to scamper back now.
Unconventional. One of the ceiling takeoff. Ball didn't quite go where he wanted it.
Nope, he's still going for it though, you have to respect it.
You do.
Johnny with the speed, only managing to dime Pardably Cares that time. The ball's floating dangerously in midfield. Reto's going to get a top right shot, and it is in!
What a bump from Johnny Pickering.
I didn't see whether the bump had any effect on the play.
I think it did. I think he caught him mid-air, didn't he? Or am I...
Have a little look-see. Yes! Yes, he did!
Yeah.
You were spot on. Absolutely cleared him out of net.
Can't actually tell if he was saving or not. I'm going to say he was. It's more exciting that way. No, he probably wasn't. Watching it back.
Fake there from Reto. Fake there from Neon Cat. Will there be another one? That is an actual fake.
Nice little control. Yeah. Nice. Another decisively mid pass.
Yeah, maybe you have identified their strategy. If I'd known this, maybe I would have beaten them.
Yeah. I was kind of just expecting them to be mid at the game, and then I was taken by surprise when they started hitting all these infields.
Like Cloud9.
Yeah.
Criminally Vulgar not quite achieving what he wanted, and actually setting up Johnny here. Johnny's only got 50 to work with. He's kind of got underneath it. Neon Cat's going to clean up, but Jambi's there in the midfield waiting for the ball.
Looked like he was going for the mid-air cringe again there. Let's see it.
Jambu dusting Neon Cat. The shot's actually on target, and Public has...
Bump again! He's gone full cringe.
He's gone full cringe. No honour among decisively mid players. To be fair, I think Rich was struggling at best to get back to that one.
I think that might be I think that's the case on both of them, but they've both been really nice bumps all the same.
Yeah. Yeah. And here we go.
Give them the confidence they really need here. I was just glad to see them get that first retaliation goal, really. I
Oh
know
my
I've had
God.
plenty of cases in Lockett League where I've gone a goal down in the final game of the series. We've gone a goal down, and then you just watch the timer going down. You just can't get anything going, and it just like time trickles away, and then before you know it, you've just lost 1-0. You played a full 5 minutes, 1 goal down, and then you just lose the game. So
Yeah.
this will give them the confidence they need.
Yeah, for sure. Criminy Volga out for blood, trying to make something happen for his team. He might be making something happen for the blue here. He nearly dimes them up. Reto, crossfield pass. Another mid ball.
Pass.
And he's bumped Johnny by
Yeah,
accident,
team bump.
unfortunately.
Great shot with those two of them there to cover it. Johnny's up quick again. Looks a bit more confident this game.
I was just about to say the exact same thing. There is a lot more confidence back in the life of this decisively mid team. They're a lot faster to the ball. And as I say that, they get absolutely beamed.
I don't know why we even talk.
We're here to create drama. To create narratives that are almost always proved immediately incorrect. We're doing a really good job of it. This is a dangerous kickoff.
This is looking very dangerous. Oh, very well played by Jambu though.
Needed that, did they?
Cool. Gives team some time to get back.
A minute on the clock, only 1 goal in it. This is still in the balance, and Johnny should have an open
Big
net.
fake. Big fake from 3-time there. I'm not sure it's what I would have gone for.
Then again, you're not in the final.
It's true.
What
I'm not.
right do you have to criticise this peak Rocket League action?
Interesting touch. Jambu up fast. Let's use a little boost there.
The year that we played each other in the final,
Yeah, I forgot that happened.
was that work from home, like COVID times, or was that in office? Oh, it's gone in!
Last minute equaliser.
This could be it. They're going to be buzzing right now. Criminy Volga, Neon Cat. Powder Blue Cares on the verge of a legendary 4-peat. But will decisively mid have their final say and stop it here and take us to the next map. That's dangerous. That's
Big
really
bang.
dangerous.
It is dangerous, and that's a good kill.
open.
And that's going to be rolling in. Absolute disaster for decisively mid.
And Criminy Volga doing what he does best, setting up his teammates, removing the goalkeeper, and there are 5 seconds between them and Lockett League legends.
Hatsune Miku's about to win Lockett League before I do. This is...
Never really had a chance. Never really had a chance. Unless Jambu thinks otherwise, going to get bumped to the ball, and that is it.
That is
3-time are your 2024 Lockett League World Champions. Lisa Devitt dropping the Arsenal slander against Johnny in the chat. We appreciate that, but we don't appreciate 3-time winning again. Shall we try and get them in for an interview?
Yeah, let's do it.
Stuart's got to go for dinner, so maybe it won't happen. I'll have to see. See if I can get voice chat on.
Not enough, apparently.
Hello, friends. You are live on stream. Are you okay with being live on stream, or would you like to leave?
All good, yeah.
It's all good.
4-time gets his moment in the sun.
Flowers.
We'll get the in-game title sorted as soon as we can. I just have to have a word with Psionics. Yeah, they might be a few decades before they can get that one working for you, I'm afraid. How do you feel, Stuart? Rich?
I mean,
Well, shoot, you've wanted this for a while, haven't you?
yeah, this is my second time going at this, and as soon as I heard that I had the 3-time on my team,
You knew you couldn't lose
Easy
at that
game.
point.
Easy game, yeah.
Yeah, no, it feels good. It feels good not only being the only 3-time champion, but also the only 4-time champion.
Literally Turbo Pulsar.
Frontier's very
We're
own
so
Turbo.
happy for you. We're so happy for you.
Oh, Peter. I can
Peter
feel
is
it.
crying.
Anyway, yeah, it's been great to do my annual couple of weeks of playing Rocket League. And I'll
Picking up another trophy, another pack of hobnobs.
collect another gold medal and then have 11 and a half months off. These 3 season tours are hard work, you know.
How did it happen that you guys went 1-5, 1-6, whatever it was in the group, and then won the whole
We-
event? What do you think changed?
We learned what comms were.
And we started to recognise that getting scored on in overtime is like really bad.
That was what was holding you back.
Yeah.
My opinion is because I don't play that often. I need weeks to warm up. So because last year I finished 4th in the league and we won, but because it takes me time to get into it, I'm like peak tournament kind of player because I turn up in the final.
Yeah.
He's a pressure man.
Yeah.
You're a big game player. That's all you
That's
need
what they say.
sometimes.
That's what they say. Yeah.
Well, congratulations all of you. I'll let you all go and enjoy your dinners.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for playing.
Cheers.
Yeah, congrats,
Hope
guys.
you enjoyed
Cheers.
Rocket League.
Thank you very much for
There we
arranging
go.
it, Brad,
GGs.
Peter.
Yeah, cheers for arranging.
No problem, man. Catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, that brings us to the end of another Lockett League for 2024. Thank you all for watching. I've been Bollard. Peter, thanks for commentating with me. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks very much.
I'm sure you'll win
Always
next
good
year
fun. Yeah.
when I put both of us on the same team. Ah!